he's really the epitome of devotion. That's what makes Hanumanji so special. Yes, he's got lots of powers, and yes, he's got such an incredible divine history. But when we worship Hanumanji, we worship him with the feeling of, oh God, oh Hanumanji, give me also that devotion. Give me also that ability to be so dedicated to God. I remember when I first came to India, and I had been here maybe only a few months, and Puja Swamiji would say to me, you know, you're gonna do great things in the world. You're gonna touch people and transform people. And I was a 25-year-old academic, and I kept saying to him, no, Swamiji, I mean, that's so sweet, and thank you so much for saying that, but, you know, really, no. And yes, I know how to get A's in school, and I'm not being, you know, sillily self-deprecating. It's just that, no, I don't have it in me to be or do that which you're talking about. But every once in a while it would come up again, and again he would say, oh, you know, you're gonna really just touch people and do such wonderful things in the world and make such a difference. And again I would say, oh, that's so sweet, and you know, and you're my guru, and that's why you say it, and you've got divine eyes, and you know, it's like your mother saying, oh, you're so beautiful. And you know, you love it because you love that your mom loves you. And I loved that I had a guru who could see the divine. But to me, there was no way that I was going to be able to do or be what he was talking about when he would say, you're going to really, you know, touch people and do such great things. And I just kept thinking of it as, oh, I've just got the sweetest guru in the world, and he's just got, you know, such divine vision that even when he sees someone who, yeah, is a good academic and can take exams well and memorize facts well, but, you know, doesn't have that much else really going for, that even in that person he can see divinity. And that was sort of how I was thinking in my mind for the first many months. And then one day he gave me a copy of the Ramayana. And it was a very simple copy, not quite a children's book. I mean, it wasn't a comic book by any means, but it was very simple. It was only maybe, I don't know, 150, 200-ish pages. And he said, here, read the Ramayana. This is a very famous epic, a very important epic in our tradition. And I read and I stayed up all night reading. And in the Ramayana, for those of you who aren't familiar with it, I mean, Hanumanji is the hero. He's the one, I won't go into the whole story now, but he's the one who really saves the day. I mean, Lord Ram is divine, of course. So on the one hand, you could say it's all his Leela. And yet, on the other hand, here, his wife has been abducted by this demon king, and she's being held hostage. And, you know, and Hanumanji's the one who's the hero, and he flies across the ocean when there's no bridge, and he goes to Lanka, and he's really this incredible hero, and he does so many miracles in the Ramayana. And I stayed up all night reading it, and the next morning I went to Swamiji with just tears pouring down my eyes, and I said, wow. I said, maybe what you say is right. I said, because here's this monkey. Hanumanji's in the shape of a monkey and the form of a monkey. Yes, he's divine, but the form is a monkey. But he did all these miracles that monkeys can't do. And in my favorite story of the Ramayana, at the end of the war, when Hanumanji's been the hero, and people say to him, how did you do this? You are such a hero, Hanuman. You flew across the ocean and you made yourself enormous and you made yourself tiny. And when we needed the Sanjeevani for Ram's brother Lakshman to bring him back to life, you brought the whole Himalayas. You carried the whole Himalayas in your hands. And when you had to get back before sunset, well, no problem. You just took the sun and you stuck it under your arm and you prevented it from setting. And how did you do all these miracles? Well, Hanumanji said, I just took God's name. I took Lord Ram's name. And it happened. And that for me is really the message of not just Sundarkand, but the message of life, the message of devotion, the message of miracles, whether miracles outside, miracles inside, it's all there with us. Hanumanji didn't say, oh, well, I did this, or I did that, or I learned this, or I swallowed those pills, or whatever. I had to fly across the ocean. I just closed my eyes on the shore and took Lord Ram's name and put my foot down, and I flew. It happened. And that's the power of devotion. That is the miracle. So many people say, does your guru do miracles? And, we want to see miracles. And how do we know something's real till we see a miracle? And really what the message is that miracle's in us. The miracle is the faith. The miracle is the devotion. So I very, very strongly recommend, again, whether you know the Ramayana or don't, whether you speak Sanskrit or you don't, at least for some time after dinner or before dinner, go and sit and just listen to it, because that's how we make our lives beautiful, is through devotion.